Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, July 8. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says Jamaica is expected to pass the April to June 2015 IMF test.
Having looked at the preliminary outturns for the 9th review, that we will also complete successfully the 9th review when that is due for completion.
Dr. Phillips was speaking at an economic forum hosted by the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica and the JMMB Group Tuesday. He said going forward, government would speed up programs in energy diversification, agriculture, business process outsourcing and infrastructure development.
Things like ensuring speedy processing of development approvals, of exports, of customs procedures and the like, all of which are underway and where we work closely with the stakeholders. And it will also mean the efficient implementation of projects on the government side.
Remittances for the January to March 2015 period were 1.8% higher than the corresponding period last year. EPOC's co-chairman Richard Baz said remittances for the period were $471 million. Tourism also increased.
Looking on the tourism arrivals, in May, it's up 1.3% compared to May of last year. On a year-to-date basis, the stopovers are up 4.7% and cruise ship passengers up 11.5%.
In the meantime, the net international reserves NIR at the end of June stood at $2.1 billion, $800 million more than budgeted. That's in spite of $350 million in debt payments in the May-June period of 2015. Government has provided farmers with a tool that will allow them to benefit more from linkages with the tourism sector. The Ministry of Tourism just revealed the results of a study which shows a demand for 64 million pounds of agricultural produce annually. This represents potential income of over $18.5 billion, of which local farmers are only earning a portion. Tourism Minister Dr. Wickham McNeil says farmers can use the information to determine when, how much and what types of crops to produce to meet the tourism sector's needs.
They can then look and say, but I can do that, I can do this. We can divide that up into geographical areas across the country. Or purveyors can look at how they're going to transport it in cool trucks, and we can look at how we can work with the different banks to provide the bridge financing. It's all a package that we have to do.
Agriculture Minister Derek Kelly has also welcomed the strategy.
The fact of the matter is that Jamaica can only prosper on a sustainable basis when we develop and maintain linkages to ensure that every industry and economic activity allows as many people as possible to prosper.
Both ministers were addressing a group of farmers, distributors and producers at an agro-tourism linkage meeting. It was held in Manchester last week. More than 250 people, both locals and foreigners, are participating in the inaugural Jamaica Film Festival. It officially opened Tuesday night at the Courtly Auditorium. Filmmakers from Hollywood, Fox Network, Full Sail University and other entities are screening 43 films, 17 of which are locally produced.
The festival is therefore focused on creating a new generation of filmmakers buzzing with talent and ability. It will be attractive to up-and-coming creatives as well as seasoned producers, actors, designers, and musicians.
Capacity building workshops in filmmaking will be offered at several venues across Kingston and St. Andrew. For a full schedule of activities, visit filmjamaica.com. The Jamaica Film Festival closes on Saturday. And finally, the Health Ministry is urging the public to cover water storage containers to prevent mosquito breeding. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Marian Bullock-Ducasse says the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which spreads diseases like dengue, chikungunya and the Zika virus, generally breeds in containers around the home, schools, churches and places of business. To prevent the spread of those diseases, she says it's important that water storage containers are tightly covered so mosquitoes cannot enter. The Chief Medical Officer says special attention should be paid to drums used to store water, as they have been found to be the main breeding sites for mosquitoes. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.